What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Kevin Cage back with another cryptocurrency update. Let's kick it off with the video one take uncut for old time's sake. So first things first, just wanted to point this out before diving into some crucial XRP information. She is here. My Coinbase card, or this Visa debit card, has arrived. This is entirely free, and now I can essentially fund crypto into an account on Coinbase and essentially just use crypto to purchase things if I so choose. Now, first off, yes, I'm going to be holding, I'll be dollar cost averaging, but I may actually try to test this functionality, see how it works, and kind of learn more about the tax implications as well. So, wanted to point that out, entirely free. You should be able to just apply or order this within the app on Coinbase if you so choose. I know other people are big fans of Crypto.com and their debit card. I almost said Coinbase card. I believe Binance US, maybe I'm on the waiting list for that one. I'm not sure if that one is out. And then also Uphold.com. So all good and great. Lowering the barrier to entry for the everyday person. Next up, this just came out before recording this video. We have standard custody. If you do not know who this group is, please go check this right now and look on the website polysign.io. This is arguably going to be one of the biggest institutions in the game for transacting crypto assets and allowing interoperability, security, custody between all of these platforms. And yes, we're talking trillions, if not even low quadrillions. And no, that is not a made up number, and I will show you exactly why in this video. Right here, standard custody is the first and only qualified custodian with a proprietary blockchain running through our HSMs. Our technology ensures you can invest and store crypto securely and efficiently. Now, standard custody already has their charter from the state of New York as well. And let's just look at who is involved with PolySign. And I know people are going to say it has nothing to do with Ripple or XRP. That is laughable. Check this out. Building the future of digital assets. Who do we have on this actual board? Arthur Brito, the founder that created the XRP ledger with Jed McCaleb and a few others. David Schwartz, board member as well, and advisor, CTO of Ripple today, co-designer of the XRP ledger. We also have Antoinette. She is a superstar. She was formerly the chief compliance officer over at Ripple Labs. She's spoken at the International Monetary Fund panels representing PolySign, this very group. 15 years in traditional banking at huge Ripple partners such as MUFG and HSBC. Can't make this up. All right, who else? Jack McDonald, the CEO of this organization. And yeah, FYI, UBS executive, which is also RippleNet, not coincidental. And we can see global custodians, legends of industry. These are not just people off the street. And then also my man, Tim Keeney. Yes, retired or former vice chairman of BNY Mellon. Oh, another Ripple partner. And led an organization of 25,000 people responsible for custodying 1/4 or 25% of global institutional assets. Silicon meets Wall Street. Pay very close attention. This is the big company, and their subsidiary is Standard Custody. Next up, we have King Solomon. Must follow on Twitter and also subscribe to his YouTube channel. Found a new document today that made me look back at a few old documents. This man is a savage researcher as well. Now look at this. I know we've talked about these projects in the past. Project Lion Rock, Inthenon, Jasper, all these funny names, and they typically are related to whether it's Canada or the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, or even, right in this case, Thailand as well, but specifically SAMA, the Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority, or Singapore. So these groups are huge. In Singapore, MAS, the central bank, the Monetary Authority of Singapore. Now let's just read this. In the verbiage, yes, he's right. It's very interesting. Why? Because it says on-demand liquidity. On-demand foreign exchange liquidity management can be achieved. And yes, I know many people speculate and over-speculate in some cases. However, we've seen this time and time again. And please just recall every other organization's involvement in the direct ties that we've gone over for the past few years of Ripple. Please understand the technology providers. Please go back to some of the early investors that we drop 24/7 on this channel. And the biggest group I want you to remember in this case is Accenture. Accenture was an early investor in the company Ripple, and they have their hand in everybody's cookie jar. But I'm sure it's just another coincidence. Next up, guys, we have iTrustCapital. Links are in the top of this video description for a free month, and they have added Solana. Congratulations. Funny enough, we have Sol, which means sun, and we have Luna, and both assets have absolutely taken off and mooned during this bullish cycle. So we have Solana. You guys can read more about this. I know there's a lot of Solana advocates and fans out there, so congratulations. And what I'm noticing is this. iTrustCapital is adding more digital assets on a daily basis. Yes, I have a Roth IRA, so all my crypto trades in here and all my crypto gains are entirely tax-free. If I make $1 million, $10 million, whatever, I pay 0% in taxes leveraging this platform, leveraging the tools that are available to me, because I do my research. So highly recommend checking this out. And yes, I have a Roth IRA with them, and I do have XRP on this platform still. And notice, coming soon, Algorand. Go Algo all the way. Next up, we have this. I just wanted to point this out on Twitter as well. So iTrustCapital coming soon. Not surprised because we've talked about this time and time again. And why? Because we've talked about Curve. And we know Curve's involvement with iTrustCapital and Algorand. And yep, that's what we call healthy speculation. And look what's happening. Algo is coming to the platform. And I also shared this on Twitter, guys. You can just use the code KevinCage to get an entire month free. And as we're well aware, so iTrustCapital, world's largest crypto individual retirement account IRA platform with over $1 billion of assets on the platform. And they've also passed $2 billion in transactions. So congrats, this is just the beginning. Taking a look at the total assets of traditional IRAs right here, this was estimated to be around $19 trillion in 2020 alone. You would have to multiply even 1 billion times 1,000 to get 1 trillion. So yes, safe to say there is substantial upside. Next up, shout out to Matthew LINY sharing the International Monetary Fund is encouraging the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, HKMA. Yes, this is the central bank. And yes, we've seen Brad Garlinghouse side by side, CEO of Ripple, with the Hong Kong Monetary Authority on stage or at that table panel with, of course, Christine Lagarde and all these other names. We can go on and on again. The legendary videos and pictures that were taken at the SNB, Swiss National Bank. Now, the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, HKMA, should, where applicable, encourage network and network-based critical service providers, which I would consider RippleNet, which is SOC 2 compliant as well, to be critical to accommodate international communication and message standards. Speaking of message standards, we're already aware that Ripple has joined the ISO 222 standards governing body, and they are the first DLT focus group to do just that with Swift. Coincidence? Nope. XRP will only be a matter of time. So check this out. We can see RippleNet specifically mentioned here yet again. DLT networks are also offered to be used as the technical platforms to execute payment transfer arrangements based on non-negotiable rulebooks and conditions. Notice Hong Kong says right here that they should also work on, encouraging these networks and DLT-based service providers to adopt international communication and message standards, as Matthew has shared. Very cool, and we also have the link shared below. Next up, guys, I had to share this. I found this to be pretty interesting, and just another coincidence, as we call this in the XRP community. Andrew Zell sharing this. So we have Jed McCaleb's wallet available, and you can see his current balance. And yes, he's selling a certain amount of XRP, and he's almost out. Once this is out, many people believe that the selling pressure will be gone for XRP. Me personally, as I've been sharing for the past couple years, I don't really think Jed's sales have anything to do with the selling pressure on the XRP ledger. If you broke out the math, you would realize that this is just a common FUD point or something that people use to complain about, in my opinion. But nonetheless, it's great to see that Jed will almost be done, so I am rooting for that as well. So David Schwartz sharing a 589 picture on July 10th, teasing the community, or perhaps actually leaving a hint. Up to you. I'll leave you guys to, think about that. I did retweet it. And we have Anders L just sharing his wallet balance at the time. Check this out. The balance, 589 million. Very, very interesting. What are the odds that Jed's wallet balance would be this? Pretty low. Now you can see Jed's current wallet balance is about 585 million. Next up, guys, we have Matthew LINY sharing this. So Ripple announces new push into tokenized services. We're expanding from a cross-border payments network to a platform providing tokenized services, explained a senior spokesperson for RippleNet. Now, please, if you do remember, Brad Garlinghouse and his time as an executive over at Yahoo and the concept of the Peanut Butter Manifesto. I know it sounds silly, but it's the concept of spreading yourselves too thin. They have been saying over and over again for the past several years, Ripple will not expand until we have the cross-border payments market in the bag in the world of international payments, $155 trillion. Why are they expanding in other directions? Are they pivoting because they're failing? Or does this mean that the cross-border domination is just inevitable? I'll leave you guys to speculate with that. You know my thoughts. Check this out. Back in 2012, when Ripple did first launch, and of course the XRP ledger did exist before Ripple the company existed, which makes it even more decentralized, there were only a few exchanges at the time doing a few $1 million a year in volume compared to traditional exchanges like the NASDAQ. And FYI, you can look at the NASDAQ and they do have an XRP liquidity index available on their website. Interesting. Oh yeah, and you also have to consider the implications of NASDAQ partnering up with R3 for blockchain adoption. Interesting. And then also, yeah, let's remember standard custody and PolySign having actual licenses. But yeah, I'm sure crypto is just a fad. No, cryptocurrency is here to stay. Fast forward today, there are hundreds of exchanges around the world doing billions in volume every single day. Also, I had to share this by CoinDesk, guys. Morgan Stanley says the digital euro could deplete bank deposits by 8%. Things are changing. Are you going to be on the right side of history? I personally love when the average person is bearish on my assets long term. That makes me even more bullish. Also, speaking of this, guys, we have Anders L sharing something huge. So, referencing the head of Russia's central bank, crypto is the most dangerous investment strategy. But then notice right here. In addition, Russia right here needs to execute business deals effectively with the rest of the world and urged the central bank to adopt, in quotes, a real financial instrument enabling independence in foreign trade settlements. One of the BRICS nations saying this. Translation, not using the US dollar as the medium of exchange. Remember, reserve currencies typically last every 100 years. And I'm not talking about the reserve currency. There's different types of global reserve currencies. I'm not talking about conspiracies. I'm talking about reality. Also, we have Coinbase, and remember, this is one of the largest IPOs in history, guys. Coinbase receives crypto custody license from German regulator BaFin, I don't know how to say this, but nonetheless, we can see there's some feuding going on. Coinbase is getting all the backing, and now there's a lot of FUD being propagated, or maybe even reality. I don't even want to call it FUD for that matter. And there's a lot of bad news circulating around Binance currently. Is this all a narrative? What is going on? Or is it kind of Coinbase and Binance are actually feuding, and it's kind of big money fighting against each other for world domination in the cryptocurrency space? Let me know your thoughts down below. And last but not least, we're going to share Goldman Sachs on Yahoo has called Coinbase a tactical trade, predicting a Q2 earnings beat. And again, please remember all the things I referenced in this video. They win a crypto custody license from the NYDFS, and there is a variety of funding rounds for PolySign and standard custody. These are huge organizations involved. Stay positive, guys. Keep doing your own research, and I will catch you in the next one.